Why do nice guys often finish last?
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged.
Is George Carlin correct? Is the media telling you what to believe and what to think? I'm Phil Hudak, candidate for governor. And this is Nice Phil. However, I'm not a happy camper. Now, no more Mr. Nice Guy. You might say, why not be Mr. Nice Guy? Do we have representatives that are selected democratically? And does everyone get a fair shake in the media? Is it about the public getting to hear issues from all candidates?
The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care.
Haven't we all begun to accept that the average Joe has no chance? Is that what we want to leave our children? And isn't that the nobility that a revolution was a repudiation of? Fasten your seatbelts. The following is a case in point of how, in the election process, the game is rigged, the fix is in. It's time to notice, and it's time to care.
I'm going to get in trouble for what I'm going to say. This is going to hurt me professionally.
What did Hoppy just say?
I'm going to get in trouble for what I'm going to say. This is going to hurt me professionally.
It was 2014. Hoppy and Howard Monroe are planning the debates for U.S. Senate. Hear more of their conniving to craft the debates for the U.S. Senate race.
I hate to see him shut out, but I also think we have to look at what's the important issue. What are the important issues for the state?
Who is Howard shutting out? Phil Hudak, Constitution Party. Bob Baber, Mountain Party. John Buckley, Libertarian Party. Is it true that we didn't have any important issues? Understand that this is August 15th, and I hadn't made ballot access yet. All this information's on hudak.com. Bob Baber and I protested outside the Clay Center in the rain while Shelley and Natalie debated. It's important to note that West Virginia Public Broadcasting is not sponsoring this year's debate.
Democracy! What do we hate? Fake debate!
Right now,
What do we want? Democracy! What do we hate? Fake debate! What do we want? Democracy! What do we hate? Fake debate! What do we want? Democracy! What do we hate? Fake debate!
We have a common cause. Yes, we have different views, but we're united in this cause, because if you don't have fair elections, then you can't have a representative, government, a constitutional, a democratically elected constitutional republic, which is what we have. We don't have a democracy. We have a republic where the rights of even the minority is protected. See, if we had just a pure democracy, that would mean majority rules. But we have a constitution, and if we don't have the rule of law, then we don't have people being allowed to get their issues out, so that everyone has, you're part of the fourth estate. Your job is to make sure that the people know and have the information they need to make intelligent choices. You're not to be the Fourth Reich. What we have in there is the Fourth Reich, who is basically deciding what's best for the rest of for the country. They've decided who gets to speak for the other, and that's unacceptable to me. I don't tolerate it. I won't quit. They're playing their cards, and we're forcing them to play their cards. Fortunately, there is a second debate now scheduled by public broadcasting. It is going to be inclusive. We have everyone in it. And I'm really looking forward to that. And we will see who shows up for that. It should be all the candidates. And if all the candidates aren't there, that's going to be very sad. And like I said, we'll see who shows up.
Hi, my name is Karen White, and I am running for House of Delegates in the 27th District, which is Mercer County, West Virginia. All I wanted to say was I feel very, very left out somehow when 5 people are running for House of Delegates in Mercer County, and they put 4 people in the newspaper and my name beside it. My name is in there, but not a picture. So, kind of felt left out about that. And it seems to be happening everywhere, including the fake debate that we're at tonight.
Well, I just want to thank Phil Huddock from the Constitution Party. We really don't agree on a whole lot on the issues, but I have enormous respect for the man. Both he and myself, and John Buckley too, for that matter, and the Libertarian, we're all spending our own money here to run. And we're not taking money from the big boys, don't have money from the big gals, all that. So I will fight to the death for John's ability and Phil's ability and mine to speak to the people of the state of West Virginia. And I believe that in a democracy, let the people running that are on the ballot speak, and let the people of West Virginia vote and choose amongst them. That's democracy at work. What we have behind here and what's happening tonight is a pure farce. It truly is a fake debate. And it's all about money and access and the media colluding together. So I'm honored to be here tonight. Thank you.
Our voice does count. There's only one kind of candidate in West Virginia to be on the ballot. Not second class, not back of the bus. At the table, a seat at the table, not left out in the rain like we were here today and chased off the property.
Listen to the hubris of what Howard Monroe and Hoppy Kercheval say next. It's a deal. Let's have lunch.
Let your opinions be heard, but let's accept the reality that there are 2 major candidates here. I'm in for it.
And then I'll spring for lunch. I'm going to get in trouble for what I'm going to say. This is going to hurt me professionally because I may be involved in the debate. Okay, I may, and after I say this, I may not. That was a conversation I just called him in his office. It's almost as though we weren't even on the air for that.
Guess who's steamed? Hudok. And for another piece of the big picture, on February 20, 2014, candidate Phil Hudok asked Hoppy if he would interview him upon making the ballot for U.S. Senate. Hoppy's reply, "You can't win." A week later, here is how Hoppy is bushwhacked by Kelly Cannon and her husband.
Hey, Hoppy Kercheval, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Fine. Could I ask you a question?
Okay.
If Phil Hudok is on the ballot, would you interview him?
What's he running for?
U.S. Senate?
On what party?
Constitutional Party?
Sure. Put it on record. I'll interview him.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is the issue really this black and white? But wait, there's more. On Hoppy's September 9th, 2016 Steam release, Hoppy read the following text. "I'm steamed you are mentioning Phil Hudok's bid for governor. The Southern Poverty Law Center included him on their top 10 dangerous candidate list." Hoppy's reply to the text, "Just FYI, I barely mention him, and I'm not having him on the show." Here's the screenshot that was forwarded to me, and an image and audio from the phone Hoppy texted.
"I'm steamed you're mentioning Phil Hudok's bid for governor. The Southern Poverty Law Center included him on their top 10 dangerous candidate list. Call back 304-614-5038, 2-13048255-304. Sent September 9th, 11:48 a.m. From 3048255-304. Just fee. I barely mention him, and I'm not having him on the show. September 9th, 11:54 a.m.
Jim Justice, Hoppy interviewed. Bill Cole, Hoppy interviewed. David Moran, Hoppy interviewed. Coming up, Charlotte Pritt, Hoppy interviewed. Hoppy's not going to have me on the show, so now, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Now you might ask, who, Doc? Why are you dressed up like a Native American? Well, I don't have time here for the whole story, but it's a good one. So be sure and ask me on the campaign trail, because this train is moving on. Hey, if you don't mind your face being digitally mapped and being put in a criminal database, don't worry. Just be compliant at the DMV. What I've presented here should lead to severely curtailing the big club. If not, it's not my fault. We all have a horse in this race. Do you care? Are you riding in the back of the bus? Or are you in the race? My campaign website is hudoc.com, HUDOK.com. I have Facebook pages Philip Hudoc and Mr. Obama Head. And don't forget to contact the Press and Broadcasters Association. It's really time to repent and turn from our wicked ways, or else it's the end, because it's certainly close to it.